All right, how about this one, Shay? Texas A&M at LSU. The Aggies favored by 6.5 on the road. 45.5 is the over/under. And last season, Texas A&M won 20-7. Who you got in the matchup?
This is one we talked earlier in the week, Mike. I am so afraid of this game. I don't know what we're going to get. Are we going to get a pumped up Texas A&M? Are we going to get a letdown Texas A&M? Are we going to get an emotional LSU? Or are we going to get the LSU we've seen in 6 other games this season? The problem is, Mike, I think the biggest problem for me is Jimbo's going there, and believe it or not, these guys do not like each other. This has got some history. This has got some behind the scenes dealings. You think about the athletic director and all the shit that came out of that. I mean, there's Coach O and the fact that this could be his last game. I mean, even if they make a bowl, this may be the last time you see Coach O coaching down there. And Coach O knows these guys. If you know anything about Coach Orgeron, is he is a player's coach, and I think that is a huge X factor in this game. You want to talk about an emotional locker room, we're going to have it. LSU defense here of late has been playing lights out. So Texas A&M cannot come in like they have in some of these other teams and just expect the victory, because if they do, they're going to get beat. I think it's an extremely low-scoring game, and I like the talent gap. I still think Texas A&M, believe it or not, Mike, after all of this, I still think they're a top 4 team, man. I think if things would have went different, if the ball would have went their way a few times, I think we could be seriously looking at Texas A&M in the SEC championship. They made crucial mistakes along the way. The problem is now, what are you playing for? You're not going to a college football playoff like you hoped all season long. You're not going to the SEC championship. So is there a little bit of a letdown? Is there some of that, hey, we'll just show up and we'll whoop ass? That's what we've been able to do. I think, Mike, I had this score one way, and I think I'm going to flip it here, brother, because the more I think about this emotional victory, the more I think about Coach Orgeron's last time down there in Baton Rouge, I can't have him walk away a loser, because he's not. He's done a lot of good things down there. He brought them a damn national championship. I think that I think I'm going to go with it, man. Let's go with the big upset this Saturday. Give me Texas A&M 17, LSU 21. Shame. Just flipped it, because more I think about, I'm about to cry thinking about Coach O giving that halftime speech, hugging them boys without a shirt on, he's Burrow in there busting his head against the wall, they're going to get them all fired up and ready to go. So, give me the emotional victory here.
Yeah, I mean, I could certainly see it playing out that way, and some of these players already come out and guaranteed a win for Coach O. And man, what does that say about Jimbo and the Aggies, though, Shane? If they beat Alabama and they turn around and they finish the regular season 8-4, man, what a disappointing result that would be. And I'm not saying put the guy on the hot seat, but it would just feel like such a missed opportunity, because this was the year you thought it would all come together, and at times it has, and at other times it's just blown up in your face. You finally get over that Alabama hump. You're not consistent enough to finish a deal. So I certainly see why you're picking LSU, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it, Shane, because I think it's going to be kind of like you said, a very low-scoring game. This is probably going to be the first 1 to 20 is going to win this game, Shane, because both these defenses are playing so well, and I know they got plenty of talent on the offensive side of the ball, but it's just not there, particularly at the quarterback position, to be very consistent. So I think it's going to be a very hard-fought, tough game. These LSU A&M games almost always are, and like we can't forget, it was a couple years ago. There was a brawl after the game. I mean, there is no love lost between these two. They recruit the same players. They recruit the same players once they hit the transfer portal, and they recruit the same coaches. You know what I mean? So a lot of bad blood here. But I don't know. If you ask me at the end of the day, Shane, which team is more likely to find a way to win in a tough, hard-fought, emotional game, I gotta go the Texas A&M Aggies, and that's why I got the A&M winning 23, LSU 14. But hey, I got no problem with your prediction there. I certainly could see Coach O and LSU winning this game, and if they do, they're gonna carry him off the field like Rudy. You know what?
Well, there's, like you said, there's no reason A&M shouldn't win this game, but I don't know. There's just that fact. You know, I said this the last time. I thought the team checked out. I thought the stadium had checked out. Man, it was electric down there, dude. It was electric when they were there. It was against the Arkansas, man. And they only let 16 points. Think about that. They've only gave up 14 against Monroe, 16 against Arkansas, 20 against Alabama. This defense is playing great. Think about that, man. They've not given up more than 20 points. Well, in my mind, if they can score 21, they can beat just about anybody right now. So that's what I like, is just this defense is playing relentless defense. I know Texas A&M's got good defense. I'm not saying anything about that. This isn't about talent. This is about emotion. This is about raw emotion and momentum. And I think that's what LSU is going to have coming into this game. And if Texas A&M isn't prepared when they hit the ground, they're going to be in trouble, because LSU will not let up.
Mm-hmm.